Did you know that animals masturbate? Not just humans, but animals out in nature are finding ways to relieve themselves just like you and I. Whether it be rubbing it against the ground, using twigs, or using their own little hands. Here's a list of animals that also jerk it off. First up, with the obvious, we've got primates. Being the closest thing to you and I, they use them little hands and they get to work. It's been said that 80 species of male primates tend to relieve themselves. And actually, I think about 40% or 40 different species of female primates will find twigs or parts of animals or parts of plants and create their own device to insert. Not just the men. Next up, we've got cetaceans, dolphins, whales of that nature. And they don't have hands, they got fins, but they still can't reach their genitals. So what they do is they rub up against the ocean floor, or if they're in captivity, against the tank walls. Or, you know, a bottlenose dolphin has been recorded using a live eel and wrapping it around its little wanker there. Or they rape, you know, humans have been humped. Yeah. And then we've got elephants, you know, with their dual trunks. Elephants, you know, they've got that hefty, large, throbbing, just meaty, dangling thing that what they do to masturbate and get their little rocks off is they just take their rod and they just slap it against their belly. A technique that I've used before, we call it tummy sticks, and they just bang it. Do what you gotta do to get that nut off. And then we've got walruses, those big blubbery things. What they do is they take them fins and they just something like that. I don't know. I've never seen it in person or a video. I'm just reading information and giving it to you guys. And then we've got rodents, squirrels, mice, porcupines. Porcupines have actually been known to take sticks and rub it against their genitals. I wouldn't suggest doing this at home. And also a lot of rodents will masturbate after sex to help not spread sexually transmitted infections, or so I've read. And then we've got bats. Freaky little guys. They don't use their wings, they don't rub up against anything. They just straight up use that tongue. They just hang upside down and that thing just sits there. And you know how gravity works, it just flops down and they got their tongue and they're just going to town on it. And then also with gravity, when they're upside down, they just, they be getting themselves that little whitewash, that pearl necklace, you know? Money shot to their own face, which they probably don't mind because they're already licking it. So, and then we've got lizards. Lizards. They just tend to rub up against the nearest rock or bush or something as well. But bigger males are more territorial when it comes to mating. So they'll tend to push off smaller males in the middle, just straight up, just like, get off this chick, this whole mine. So the little males will go and then finish off onto a rock or a stone or something, or sometimes they will finish into a secretion of their own skin. And then the next time they try to mate, they just walk up to the female and just be like, hey, ain't no dick needed, just here, I got a little semen in my pocket for you. I got a little baggie right here. I've been saving this, just, you know. Then followed up, we've got turtles. You know, we've all seen those turtles humping, just like, They'll do that same thing to your front porch steps or the nearest rock, mound of dirt. You know, they don't have too much movement. So they just straight get up freaky and grinding Mother Nature. And then finally, we've got those tuxedo wearing little bastards thinking they're all cute and gentleman-like, but penguins are ruthless. They will rub up their genitals against things to get their rocks off as well, to make that little dick sneeze. But also they'll rub up against anything, really. If they find a penguin that's unalived, dried out, they'll go to town on that. They don't give a shit as long as they get that little blast. So that rounds out our list of animals that masturbate just like you and I. Not just you when you get done with this video and go on a Pornhub. These animals are out there doing it too, right around you. The earth is like its own porn stage. There's just nut, semen, sperm, cum everywhere around you. Mother Nature is sexy. It is just full of animals just banging it out or just rubbing one off with themselves. They don't need no porn. They just got their own little horny little brains. So next time you're jerking it, think about it. You know, there's a little chameleon out there jerking it with me. Thanks all.